Hey everyone, it's Matt here, and this is Tutorial Level, and today we're going to talk about something that is very important in 2022, especially as the year goes on, especially as the Wii U nears the end of its life cycle. We're going to talk about the different ways that you can buy Wii U and any other game through the Wii U eShop. So, let's get to it right now. Although before we do that, there are some things that we do need to address. So first things first, if you don't know, yes, the eShop is closing for the Wii U. It is closing, however, in March of 2023. But that doesn't mean that you can buy games all the way up until March of 2023. I assume they're leaving it open so that you can re-download some of your past purchases. However, you can officially stop buying, at least through credit cards, May 23rd of 2022. So that's coming up real soon. But if you are watching this video after the 23rd, don't worry, because what you can also do is use Eshop Cards to actually purchase games on the eShop. However, that does run out August 29th of 2022. There is some good news though, in that if you have an eShop card that says Wii U and 3DS on it, those are compatible, those do work. And also if you have one that just says Nintendo Family of Consoles on it and it was printed more recently, those do work too. The reason why it says Nintendo Family of Consoles is because they just want to consolidate it because it's printed after the Switch came out, but that doesn't mean that the Wii U or 3DS ones are only compatible with the Wii U or 3DS, or that any new ones are not compatible with the Wii U or 3DS. So don't worry, if you have any of those old cards lying around, they will work. But if you've bought any of them recently, they will work until, again, August 29th of 2022. So I would suggest stocking up on new cards if you think you might need them for something or other. And if you don't end up using them for the Wii U, you can just use them on your Switch either way. And something else that we need to note, and this is actually something that threw me for a loop because I thought that this was actually available. This was something that we could do. You cannot buy Wii U games off of Nintendo.com anymore, specifically Nintendo's store via, let's say, PC or laptop or whatever you may use to actually buy games from the store. You can buy Switch games, you can even buy 3DS games as of this time, which is nice, but you cannot buy Wii U games that way. So sadly, we cannot buy them through the internet. We have to specifically use the internet on our Wii U's, which definitely does not make it that easy for us to buy games in 2022, but thankfully we still can. So let's look at how we can do that right now. So let's go through all of this step by step. So do you have your Wii U plugged in? Do you have a gamepad? If you don't, that's fine, that's more optional. You can purchase things on the Wii U without having a gamepad. So, do you also have a system that is used, that you've used before? Make sure that there's no parental controls or anything on there, because that will stop you from being able to purchase games. But make sure that you actually have everything set up on the system so that you don't have to go through the whole process of doing so. Also make sure that your system is not modded. That should be a prerequisite, but in the off chance that you might not know that, yes, you should not be taking your modded system online to purchase games with your credit card. So don't do that at all. This is for systems that are unmodded, that are stock. So when it comes to the Wii U eShop, thankfully it's accessible through the main page. You can get to it either through your gamepad or through the console itself. You click on that and then it will have a cute little loading screen, and slowly but surely, once you get into the store, you will realize that time stopped in about 2017. You're actually using a machine to time travel back to the year 2017, maybe 2016-ish, right around the time that the Switch was released, and it seems as if the store has not been updated since. So it's optional, but you can kind of just blow on the screen if necessary to get rid of the digital cobwebs. Now, seriously though, you can see that there are a lot of different games here, and just as a little recommendation, don't buy most of these. They are not reduced in price. I don't think Nintendo is going to reduce them in price. I would suggest, if you're really going to go for something, go for some cute little indies that may or may not have been brought over to the Switch already. A fair amount of them have though, but for any ones that haven't, or that you just want to play on the Wii U for some reason, definitely shoot for those. And I would definitely suggest going for the Virtual Console, because those are definitely at affordable prices. And look, there are some games that will go on sale, to be fair, but again, they're not going to be first-party Nintendo games. So if you do want to get something like, oh, I don't know, Hello Kitty Racer, you sure could. I totally may or may not have recently. but again, would highly suggest going for these virtual console games, especially games that it might not look like they'll actually be on the Switch, even with some more consoles like the N64 coming to the Switch, which is really great. Maybe not all of these make it to the N64, or they take a while to, so you just want to have them in the here and the now in a way that doesn't involve internet, because you don't need to be connected to the internet to play these games once you've downloaded them to your Wii U. So regardless of how they play on the Switch, that definitely is one point in favor of the Wii U. Now, whichever game you pick, in this case you can see that I picked Mega Man Battle Network for the Game Boy Advance. Such a good series, would highly recommend it, but what I would not recommend is getting a bulk order through this store, because you can see here it says proceed to purchase screen. When you click on that, it immediately takes you to your wallet, so you don't have a cart where you can actually add all of these digital items to. As you can see, there are two options: add funds or pay remainder using your credit card. Pay remainder using your credit card just means that the exact amount, the specific amount including tax, will be taken from your credit card just for this one specific order. Add funds means that not only can you use an eShop card, but you can also add X amount of money for future purchases. But at this point, I would suggest not doing that, just because of the fact that even though the shop will be open till March of 2023, that doesn't mean that every game will be on the store until then. So there could be certain companies that for one reason or another want to remove their game from the shop. So I would suggest not necessarily saving, hundreds of dollars to use in the future, just trying to get a bunch of eShop cards and using those when necessary. Now, after doing this, you can see that it says by selecting add, you will confirm payment and the value shown below will be added to your balance. Now, your screen is going to look a little bit different than mine, because it's going to show you all of the different numbers that you have to put in from your credit card. I did not record that. So after that though, you do click next and you can see that it says by selecting add, you will confirm payment and the value shown below will be added to your balance. So essentially you're adding it from your credit card to the shop, to your wallet, to then use it for the game. Now, after clicking add, you can see that another screen comes up that tells you the exact amount. The 70 cents is tax involved, so the exact amount is $8.70 that will be added to my wallet, and I will be clicking OK yet again. And now we are at a final confirmation, because we still have not purchased this item yet. So click purchase, and you've purchased it. Finally. So the final screen here says, thank you, the download will start automatically. And they're not kidding, by the way, so definitely have some space saved up if you're getting a bigger game. And that's how you do it. So let's jump back to the version of me in front of the green screen. So thankfully it wasn't as difficult as you might have thought, but it still is a hassle nonetheless. So hopefully some of these games on the eShop, especially some of these virtual console games, do come to the Switch soon. Hopefully by the time this video is out, this is very dated and they're all on the Switch, GBA included. How great would that be? Not holding my breath, but how great would that be? Either way, if you like the video, please remember to like and subscribe. And if you don't like the video, you can still like and subscribe either way. I won't judge you. So, love you all, take care, and tune in next time. So, see ya!